Why was Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 so good? If you're like me, you love the older versions of Minecraft. I personally started playing in Minecraft's InfDev version when I was a wee little Ryan. Well, actually I was already like 15 because I'm an old man now. So today I'm going to go back and review one of my favorite, if not my all-time favorite, old versions of Minecraft, Beta 1.7.3. Now you might be sitting here like, Ryan, you be wildin'. How do you even have the patience for no sprint, no elytra, no ender pearls, no super godlike items that make you unkillable that you can get like 2 hours into the fucking game these days? This terribly insulting comment that I totally just made up and has never been said to me before, but I'm imagining you all are thinking right now, turned me into like the Uncle Iroh of Minecraft. So sit down, young one. We are about to take a journey into nostalgia. Yes, it's true, you cannot sprint in Beta 1.7.3, which yeah, at first, after being used to the sprint function for so long, it is slightly infuriating. Especially if your first version of Minecraft was post-Beta 1.8 when sprint was added and you just don't know any different. The thing is though, at the time, we didn't know any better. Sprint didn't exist and wasn't really talked about, so it just kinda was the norm. But if you go back, you get used to it fast. It teaches you to appreciate the simplicity, the patience it used to take, the time when Minecraft was still just a huge experimental idea in game development, a dream. By the time Beta 1.7.3 was out, it was already a widely known and discussed game, but no one could have ever imagined how big it would become. Speaking of simplicity, let's talk about the available blocks back then. In Minecraft version 1.19, aka the latest version at the time of making this video, there are currently just around 1,050 items obtainable in survival. In Beta 1.7.3, well, it's this. Like, that's it. On the surface, it seems kind of insane to enjoy the few dozen obtainables back then over the 1,000 available today. But honestly, for me, the sheer amount of blocks and items and crazy automatic farms and different ways of doing things is kind of overwhelming in Minecraft today. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a huge personal survival world I play in my free time that I've been playing on for many updates, and I love it. But I also just love going back and playing the beta versions. There's something so comforting about the simplicity and lack of blocks. In a weird, twisted sort of way, it feels almost more like a sandbox game than modern Minecraft does. I mean, in Minecraft today, you kind of have a set path. You do the normal things like punch trees, build a base, but then if you want to upgrade your stuff, you have to beat the Ender Dragon, get the Elytra, find Netherite, build crazy farms, do a bunch of villager trading. The story kind of just tells itself. Back then, the story was wide open. What makes it feel sandboxy even further was the crazy terrain generation engine back in Beta 1.7.3. The worlds would have crazy floating islands, large cliff faces that didn't really blend in or make sense at all, huge overhangs, and snaky floating paths in the sky. It was honestly super weird, but also really fun, and I have a lot of fond memories of walking around for hours exploring the best spots to build. In Minecraft Beta 1.8, Notch completely revamped the biome engine to be more smooth, flat, and vast. This update completely laid the foundation for how biomes generate in today's version, meaning Beta 1.7.3 was the last version using the old engine. Some people feel very strongly one way or another about the world generation update in Beta 1.8, and I kinda take a neutral stance. I think the overhaul was much needed at the time, and I completely get why Notch made that decision. And I also recognize my nostalgia-tinted glasses here. But man, some of the seeds back then were insane. There was a massive community of people sharing the crazy seeds they found. Famous ones like Glacier and Gargamel were super popular for their insane mountains and valleys right at the spawn area. Or the incredibly famous 404 challenge. 404 was a seed that featured a massive gravel sinkhole right at the spawn. This sinkhole led into a massive cave system. The 404 challenge was gathering as many above ground materials as you could on the first day, and as soon as night hit, you had to jump into the sinkhole and survive underground for the rest of the time you played the world. It was so popular, in fact, that many remakes of the challenge have been made over the years. You can still play this challenge to this day. And the sad thing about seeds in Minecraft today is they're just, well, not as interesting. Most of the seed community nowadays is just looking for structures near spawn like good villages, the end fortress, or the fastest way to beat the game in a speedrun. I miss those days of extreme randomness with the seeds. Beta 1.7.3 didn't have hunger, or levels, or experience, or enchantments, which to the modern player is like, how did you even survive? But I like it. Finding diamonds meant something back then. Today, you can get a full set of diamond armor in like 2 Minecraft days using villager trades. If you're like me, you'll never forget strip mining at y=12 for hours on end. The dopamine rush of finding diamonds just hit different back then. And the lack of hunger was kinda nice. I actually do like it in Minecraft today, although once you get to a certain point of the game, it's really more of a nuisance than anything. But back then, the use for food was strictly to regain hearts. There was no regeneration system. Heart loss was effectively permanent without food. This was before hardcore mode was added as well, so another fun challenge going around, which was kind of the original hardcore Minecraft if you will, was playing the game without eating any food. Surviving as long as you could with the permanent damage and never playing the world again when you died. It sounds crazy, but it was fun, I promise. I want to talk about the mods for a second. The modding community was budding big time back then. Obviously in Minecraft today, we have thousands, if not millions of mods to choose from and modify our games with. But back then, the modding community was small. But wow, some of them were incredible. There was a certain feeling with mods that's missing today compared to back then. Dragging the old mod files into the .minecraft folder and deleting the infamous meta-inf folder made you feel like a little programming genius. But it was also terrifying how easy it was to permanently corrupt your game. For nostalgia's sake, really quick, let's look at some of the most popular mods during this time. To start, you see creative mode wasn't added until beta 1.8. In beta 1.7.3, you needed to mod your game to get whatever items you wanted. Too many items, which is still widely used and popular to this day, was refined and finalized right around this version of the game. Too many items completely took over some of the other inventory editors at the time, like InvEdit. It allowed you to easily grab whatever items you wanted right from the inventory screen, which was revolutionary at the time. And guess what? This mod was created in beta 1.7.3. The Aether 1.0 was released for this version. I know today it's a meme, but back then this was absolutely insane and groundbreaking. The thought of another dimension besides the Nether was absolutely mind-blowing to me, and it was so cool to see all the different things people were doing with this mod and in this new dimension. And so another limiting thing about this version was a lack of available mobs in the game. There were only a few hostile and passive mobs around, so thus the classic and famous Mo Creatures mod was created. In case you somehow don't know about this, Mo Creatures added dozens of new custom mobs to your game. This vastly expanded your world, and it was so fun to find all the different new animals that were added. Mo Creatures was created well before beta 1.7.3, but it really started taking off right around this version and in this time period. Let me know in the comments if you can think of any more nostalgic mods at the time. And let's quickly talk about the Farlands. If you don't know, the Farlands used to be where the limits of Minecraft's world generation came to a head. It was around 12 million blocks from spawn, and the game would lag, glitch, physics would break, terrain generation was absolutely bonkers. Much different from the simple world border we have today. There are a few mods to teleport you there back in the day so you could explore the wackiness. One more thing, Farlands or bust. Kurt J. Mack is walking to the Farlands on beta 1.7.3 and has been for well over a decade now. It's an amazing project, and he has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for charity over the years and is still making great content and progress on the walk. He's still a few years away from making it to the Farlands, and I cannot wait for that glorious day to come. It will be one for the history books. If you're here and you somehow haven't ever heard of his project, definitely go check it out. Oh yeah, and let's not forget this beautiful, just beautiful noise. If you're still watching this video to this point, thank you. Let me know your favorite old Minecraft nostalgic memories in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this quick look back at Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Subscribe if you're brand new around here and want to see more content like this in the future. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you in the next one.